What's going on, y'all? So I wanted to talk a little bit about this draft, man. Hey, whether it be scouts, the fans, maybe even somebody in the organization, man, in the department, man, of scouting and the GMs, they may be arguing, debating, right, about why should we draft this person? Why do you want this person? But then there should be a factor of history, factor of where the league is at now and how you want to build your team and the physical traits of a person, right? And ability. Last but not least, ability, right? Because one thing's for sure, film does not lie. Film does not lie. Numbers may be like, hey, when people say numbers don't lie, man, the more and more, man, when I start seeing these numbers, man, I'm about to say they don't not, but whoever said they don't tell the whole truth, that's correct, right? For example, man, we're gonna touch on this though, because I'm almost done with the quarterbacks. Will Levis, they talk about his completion percentage. Well, I see a lot of throws beyond the line of scrimmage. Quick throws beyond, so of course you will want to be able to complete those, right? But anywho, man, so let's go ahead and talk just a tad bit, man. I don't want to hold y'all long. I think, but look, so let me use let's hit for your first example, right? So there's certain people that like DeJuan Jones, right? So let me pose this question to you, right? Why would you want somebody in the first round? Not saying that he ain't gonna be a quality player, but why would you want him in the first round of somebody who is just a right tackle, right? Whose better position is to be a right tackle, and who you might consider struggling with speed? If I'm gonna draft a premium tackle, I don't want him being able to struggle with speed. Athleticism should be the last thing that I'm worried about. I can add bulk on you, but athleticism is the last thing I want to worry about in the first round, right? We know DeJuan Jones got the ability, but there's other tackles that you could say, hey, he could be left tackle and a right tackle, right? Now, Lane Johnson, right? Let's use him for example. He could play left tackle, right? Let's be honest, he could play left tackle. But the Eagles wanted to keep him at right. That's the difference, though. But we know that in a pinch, Lane can go to the left. But they wanted Lane on the right. Now let's use this for example, right? People want Steve Avila or Avila. So here's my thing. Why would you want a mauler in the first round? I thought we looking for Zach Martins in the first round. Quentin Nelson's in the first round. Steve Avila is definitely not that. Right? If you want just a mauler, I can get that. Third, fourth round. If I'm just looking for a mauler, but I'm looking for somebody that, since we are in a passing league, that can go ahead and play in multiple schemes, whether it be in a run game, right? A gap scheme or a zone scheme, and being able to go ahead and guard premium mushers. That's who I want in the first round. Steve Avila doesn't fit that mold. You may want him, but the first round, absolutely not. Now, somebody like Cody Mock, right? A tackle that's most likely probably going to convert to guard because of his wingspan, just like Zach Martin, right? Now, that's somebody who I'm considering drafting in the first round because his athleticism, he can make all the blocks athletic-wise, get to the second level smooth. The only thing about him is just that he just needed to get stronger. Easy money. You ain't already in your grown man body. So the only thing that you got to do is be strong. But I got a player that can make all the blocks and athleticism to guard players like Aaron Donald, Chris Jones. See, that's who you need to be worried about at guard, right? If you're going to keep, say for instance, if you're going to keep Tyler Smith at left tackle, you need to be worried about Chris Jones, Jeffrey Simmons, right? Aaron Donald. That's who you need to be worried about. Quentin Williams, Grady Jarrett, right? Leonard Williams, Deron Payne, Allen, right? Those are boys who you need to be worried about. You don't need to be worried about if he can maul. What good is me having a mauler and he gonna get cooked in a passing game? If there's a game where I've got to throw 40 plus times, what good is my mauler? I need somebody who can do both. So I'm gonna go with either the big boy who can move, or I'm gonna go with that athletic tackle going to guard or that athletic guard. Now, I'm looking at, so they talking about Bryce Young. What's really the issue of Bryce Young going number one? Because of his size? What? You see, so you telling me a team is going to miss out on a baller because of his size? Bro, we in a league where it's soft. Bro, soon as you sit over there, PI, and you worried about the size, when Russell Wilson shows you, when Kyler Murray shows you, when Drew Brees showed you, you worried about size? Can you play football? A lot of teams is going to miss out on some gems because they worried about size. Now let's look at the wide receiver position, talking about size, right? Everybody is high on Jackson Smith and Jigba. I'm not. Zay Flowers, to me, is definitely better. Now, the key is Zay Flowers is just a slot wide receiver. Can he ball? So you telling me, right, you're going to miss out on somebody who can play football because of his size? You might, see, I'm not saying that he will be, but you're going to miss out on the next Cooper Kupp because of size? Make that make sense. Now, let's go look at the DNs, right? Let's go look at McDonald from Iowa State, who I consider a premium rusher. So you telling me because he built like a corner right now that you're going to miss out on a premium rusher when all you got to do is just go ahead and drop him off the Whataburger and pick him up the next night? You telling me that you're going to miss out on him when you just had the track record of bulking up a player such as Randy Gregory, who is a premium rusher? I mean, you didn't get a good ROI on him because of his availability, but the right idea was there and what he can do. So you telling me that you're going to miss out on somebody premium like Will McDonald because of size? I hope not. They said the same thing about Aaron Donald. Oh, he's too small. But he just ended up being the best D tackle in the league. But is you going to go off a name, though? Right? Joey Porter. Is it because his daddy is Joey Porter that means that you're going to draft him? Or is you going to go off of somebody who can play? Like Witherspoon, Gonzalez. Is you worried about scheme fit or really BPA? Because there's a guy named Trenton Simpson that might end up being just that. So if you're worried about, see a lot of these teams, man, when it comes down to the specifics, they worried about the wrong things. I'm worried about ball players right now. They could say, for instance, Iowa Jack Campbell. Oh, he's not no Trenton Simpson athletic. He ain't Dayon Henley. But the man can play football, though. That's all that matters, I thought. It's football players. Look at Hunter Renfrow. They said, man, athleticism, no, he looked like somebody that'll go ahead and bag your groceries. But Hunter Renfrow ended up being a good football player. Can you play football is the question. I don't care about your size. I don't care, you know, your circumstance. A lot of things that teams are worried about is something that can be fixed. Now, there's certain things that you got to worry about that can't be fixed, right? Now, there's certain things that you got to be worried of that. But if you got a ball player, and you, especially a ball player today that we know most likely can translate to the next level, and we worried about some things that he can't control and that really that the league is to his advantage on, so we really gonna miss out on a ball player because of such thing? Absolutely not. And you won't be staying true to your BPA board, right? By that. And you won't be staying true to how to draft, right? See, a first round man, he gotta be close to special. You gotta be able to get something good out of him, right? Right? Leighton Vander Esch, right? They probably took him over Evans because of the athletic, right, factor with Leighton, right? He's big and he's fast. And he can cover. That is first round material, right? Not just a in the box hitter. So I understand their logic when it came down to that. You can get an in the box hitter second, third, fourth round. So I understand their thinking when it comes to that. But you need football players. And if you're going to get somebody early, he got to be versatile. He got to be able to go ahead and you be able to justify that pick. Like Tyler Smith, that athleticism that he possessed was justified. Yeah, he needed a lot of work, but what do I always say? A lot of these players need a whole lot of technique work, though, right? But you give him a nice off season, he come to rookie mini camp, he come to training camp, he come to mini camp. All of a sudden, you look at Tyler Smith. This ain't the Tyler Smith that we watched on film, but he had the ability to, though, right? I thought that he was a guard. I thought that he's a better guard, and I still think that he's a better guard. But as Mike McCarthy said, he's a left side player, and he came out to be that left side player that we needed to help us get to the playoffs. But as we know and seen, we're going to need a little bit more than just Tyler Smith. So I hope that, we go ahead and make the right decisions, right? And because I'll be honest with you, if I get that TCU guard in the first round, I'm going to be highly upset. I'm going to be more highly upset than the result of the playoff L. Especially when you know that you can achieve better players. As much as I think that Torrance can move for his size and stuff, Torrance might not be in their plans. He might not be in their plans. I think he could be a good guard, though, but I think when it's all said and done, Cody Mock probably going to be better. Him and Skoronski. They say, it's Skoronski. Oh, I forgot to say, they say it's Skoronski, a left tackle or guard. Well, if you look at his athleticism and his ability to make certain blocks, you can tell that the way he's built and his athleticism will be premium for guard. But it'll go down a notch if you play left tackle. Not saying that he can't be a cool tackle, but if you want to get the most out of a player, especially that you pick it in the first round, like we did with Zach Martin, then you put him at a position that he can thrive, which we know that Skoronski is a guard. But anywho, man, I hope I didn't talk y'all ear off, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man, regarding this, man. And y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and share. And we up out of here.